Welcome to Time of Death. This video is for informational purposes and in no way meant to glorify or condone violence. In today's video, we'll be discussing the murders of Dwayne Anthony Childs and Kevin DeJuan Williams Jr. Both were shot and killed on Thursday, August 17, 2017, in the 1000 block of East 84th Place in the Florence neighborhood of South LA, according to LA County coroner records. Marjon Allen was subsequently arrested and charged with the murder. The following is the evidence at trial. On August 17, 2017, at approximately 1:32 p.m., a surveillance camera captured footage of a gray or silver sedan approaching victims Childs and Williams as they walked along East 84th Place in Los Angeles, California. The car stopped near 1019 East 84th Place, and the driver exited the vehicle and opened fire, striking and killing both men. A subsequent autopsy confirmed that Childs died from a gunshot wound to the back, and Williams died from a gunshot wound to the chest. Detectives could not determine the shooter's identity from the footage alone, and they located no eyewitnesses to the crime. The shooter's vehicle, however, was distinctive, and detectives obtained additional surveillance footage that captured the vehicle driving toward the scene of the shooting and subsequently fleeing. With the exception of the driver's hand on the steering wheel, the additional surveillance footage did not capture any images of the driver. But the footage and the murder vehicle's distinctive characteristics nonetheless permitted detectives to determine that Ms. Baylor owned the vehicle. Detective Gabriel Reese, one of the lead detectives on the case, testified that when he first interviewed Ms. Baylor, she told him that she and the defendant were the only people who drove her car. She made this statement before Detective Reese had disclosed to her that he was conducting a murder investigation. The prosecution introduced 3 additional pieces of evidence concerning defendant's access to Ms. Baylor's car. A traffic citation issued to the defendant while he was driving the car on June 13, 2017, approximately 2 months before the shooting. Multiple messages sent from the defendant's Facebook account to other Facebook users between May and June of 2017, in which the user of the defendant's account states he's driving a gray Toyota, and a photograph the defendant posted on Facebook standing next to a silver Toyota Corolla with paper license plates. The prosecution introduced at trial AT&T's call detail records for the defendant's phone number, records of the date, time, and duration of phone calls and texts to and from his phone, as well as information concerning the location of the specific cell tower utilized to complete each call or text. The prosecution also introduced a 4-page report prepared by FBI Special Agent Michael Easter, a member of the FBI's Cellular Analysis Survey team. The report contained a cover page, a 1-page summary of the methodology Agent Easter used in analyzing the call detail records, another page consisting of 2 graphics depicting examples of cell towers and their sector orientations, and a 1-page map reflecting Agent Easter's conclusion concerning the approximate location of the defendant's cell phone following the shooting. The map indicated that at approximately 1:37 p.m., 5 minutes after the shooting, defendant's phone connected with a cell tower located 12 streets to the west of the crime scene. This connection coincided with surveillance video that captured Ms. Baylor's vehicle driving west away from the scene of the shooting. The map also reflected the approximate location of the defendant's phone even further west from the crime scene when his phone made additional calls at 1:54 p.m. and 1:58 p.m. In support of its theory that defendant committed the shooting due to a gang rivalry, as well as to prove the gang enhancement allegations charged, the prosecution introduced several categories of gang-related evidence at trial. First, the prosecution presented evidence concerning the rivalry between Crips and Bloods, including a map and testimony regarding their respective territories. Officer Daniel Hoops, the prosecution's expert on the Rollin 20 Bloods, testified that the Rollin 30 Crips feud with the Rollin 20 Bloods, and that the rivalry has resulted in several assaults, shootings, as well as homicides. Officer Eli Wakuha, an expert on the Rollin 30 Crips, testified that the Rollin 30 Crips also feud with the Swan Bloods. He testified further that the shooting here occurred within Swan Bloods' territory. Second, the prosecution offered evidence supporting defendant's active membership in the Rollin 30 Crips. Officer Wakuha opined that defendant was a member of the Rollin 30 Crip gang. He testified that when he met defendant in May of 2017, defendant was in the presence of 3 other Rollin 30 Crip gang members. Third, the deputy district attorney offered evidence supporting that victim Williams was a member of the rival Rollin 20 Bloods. Officer Hoops testified that victim Williams' tattoos, including a 2 and a 0 on his right and left shins, were consistent with membership in the Rollin 20 Bloods. On September 6, 2017, Authorities arrested defendant and his girlfriend, Ms. Baylor, in connection with the shooting. The district attorney's office subsequently charged defendant with 2 counts of murder and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon, including gun and gang allegations. The district attorney's office did not charge Ms. Baylor in connection with the shooting. Following the trial, the jury convicted defendant Allen on both murder counts, but found the gang enhancement allegations not true. The court imposed a sentence of 150 years to life. Dwayne Anthony Childs was 19 years old at the time of death. Kevin DeJuan Williams Jr. was 21 years old at the time of death.